Hi, in this video, I'll try to make a bike repair stand. I said try because it's just my idea and I'm not sure if it will work. So what I'm thinking is to build a stand that will support underneath the bottom bracket, because what I wanted is to lift the rear wheel when you put it on the stand, and if you want to work on the front, you just need to put some probably weight at the back so that the front tire will be lifted up. So what I'll be using is this 1 by 2 by 8 that I just bought from Lowe's, but Home Depot also has this for the same price. This is only $1.30 something cents, including the tax. So this is the idea that I'm trying to build. So the bottom bracket will be held by this part, and then this will be the base. So I'm not sure if this will work, but we will try. I already made some estimate measurements, and I'll try to make this one piece fit. So this will be like a less than $2 bike repair stand. So right now the bike is being held by this trainer. So if we will measure the height of the bottom bracket, it will be 12.5 inches. And the wood will be placed a little bit in a slanting position. So I'm thinking we need to cut the vertical piece of the wood at least 14 inches long. So we will need 4 pieces of 14-inch long woods. I'll measure 28 inches first. So we have these 2 pieces of 28 inches wood, and since we need the tips of this to be in a slanting position so that it will make a V when once we assemble it, I'll just try to cut it at around like probably like 30 degrees. So I'll mark the 14 inches here in the middle. That's where we will be making the cut, and here on the second one too. This saw has uh I don't know what this is called, but there's a 45-degree guide here, but I think that will be too much. Okay, so this is the line that I made. So I'll be cutting it this way. Then once I'm able to cut this, I'll use this piece as a guide for the other wood so that they'll be the same length. Then I'll use this piece as a guide for the next one. Okay, so this will be standing like this here. Then we'll cut this into 4 pieces later, and we'll be positioned that way to hold this in place. Oh, I just realized that we also need to have a piece of wood somewhere here, because if we don't put something in here, it will just split up once we put weight on it. So once it is here, this one is here. We only need less than 2 inches, 1 3/4 probably. Because if we put 2 inches, that will be this wide. That will work if you have a bottom bracket that's like this for a hollow tech crank. But if your bottom bracket is flushed, just like this one, then that will not work. The problem with this is it might be too narrow already and might be less stable. But I think we should still follow this so that we can use this stand for the square type bottom brackets. And this just probably put a strap that we can anchor somewhere here and strap it around the frame, then lock it on the other side to hold the frame into the stand. So we'll find out. It's just an experiment, so we'll see if it will work. Let me cut this piece of wood to be our base. So how long do we still have? 40 should be, but it's less. So I think I screwed up on the measurement on the first cut. But anyway, it doesn't have to be precision. So we can make 4 pieces of almost 10 inches each for this. But I'm thinking more like 2 pieces of 8s than 2 pieces of longer ones. Because I don't think we need a very long base for this way and then longer on this way. So let's see. Let me cut 2 pieces of 8 inches first. We have the two pieces 8 inches long that will hold, so it will be like this, but we need to put another piece here. And then how much do we have left? 23. So if we will get a piece of, how much will that be? We actually only need 1.5 inches, because what I'm thinking is just to put this here in the middle. I hope it will be able to hold all the 4 pieces. Let me just divide this into 2, so this will be part of the base too. Okay, I hope that this base will be enough to hold the bike in place. I think it's a little too small, but we'll find out once it's assembled and we put the bike on it. Okay, so it'll be like that. I'm checking which of the pieces have the exact same height. These two are exactly the same length, and these two are exactly the same. I have to get one from the longer one and one on the shorter one and pair them. So it's time for us to assemble it. So I'll try to screw this on these sides. I'll probably put 1 screws on each first so that we can move it a little bit if we have to. I'll punch some holes on it on the wood first, so the wood wouldn't split once we put screws in it. So the middle will be at 5.5 inches. So this is our center right here. So we'll just eyeball that. It doesn't have to be super precise. So I'll mark where will the screw be. So I made these markings right here to guide us when we are screwing them all together. It's starting to stand up. So as you can see, I didn't tighten it fully yet so that we can still adjust it if we need to. But now it's standing up. We just need to put this in the middle and screw them together, and we'll try if it will be able to hold the bike. Okay, the other side. Okay, so let's try if this will hold up. Let me take this out. Okay, so there it is. It's not working because that piece is touching this part of the frame. So I'll have to cut the tips. Let's see, this will be better. Still not. Okay, just a little bit more. So what I'll do is I'll cut this part, probably that way, and this way too, because as you can see, it's touching this part. So I think it worked. So I cut it to give some clearance. I could probably clean it up a little bit more, but so far it's working. What I'm thinking now is just to put probably an old inner tube, screw it somewhere here so we can strap it and wrap into the frame so that it will be more stable, and add more screws. I found a small piece of wood here that I can probably cut and put another one in the middle. Just use it as a brace for it.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's finished. I added some more screws on it just to make sure it will be stronger. And I added this used inner tube as straps so it wouldn't fall even if you accidentally hit it on the side. It will probably improve this if I'll have more ideas, but right now that's how it will be, because the idea that I have with this is to be able to make it work like a center stand for a motorcycle. So if you put some weight on it on the rear, you can work on the front wheels, because sometimes you need the front wheels to be lifted up in the air. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll probably improve this once we come up with more ideas to make this better. But for now, this will be good enough for the purpose. Feel free to comment if you have any suggestions on how we can improve this, or if you like the design, and if you want me to write down the exact measurements for the pieces of the woods. That's it for today's video. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new videos.